Good morning. It's coffee talk. 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 Shh, coffee talk. I met a client for coffee this morning, so I don't want to do a commercial, but yeah, there's coffee in a cup. Okay. Welcome. Thank you so much for opening up this video. This is going to be a deep ponder, okay? A deep ponder. So get ready, get comfortable. And if you don't have something to sip on or you're not comfortable already, pause the video and get yourself organized, because that's what we're talking about, is organized and calibrated and integrated, okay? Here's a story. When I was 20 years old, no, I was younger than that. I was 18 or 19 years old. I was at a park listening to a 40 some odd late 40s man talk about his life. And as he was telling me the stories, it was all about mistakes, all about regret, all about sort of blowing things up and just ruinous. And the sadness in his face and just the way he carried himself, everything about it was just, and he turned to me and he said, "What's that look on your face?" And I realized that the look on my face was like this. And when he asked me what the look was about, I realized I was so like grossed out at 20 years old at this older man who had such a regret of his life. It repulsed me. It grossed me out that he could be standing there wishing everything was different and all the mistakes he had made and all the things that he did that he didn't wish he hadn't done or didn't do that he wished he had done, and just on and on and on and on. And I vowed to myself, I do not want that to happen. I do not ever want that feeling. In fact, he wasn't even going and making amends. He wasn't even going back and trying to clean things up. He was just sitting in that resentment, just sitting in that regret. And it was a really powerful lesson in my life because it was sort of shifted everything I believe. And it became what I'm talking about today with you, which is core belief, a core belief. I do not want to regret my life. And because that was my core belief, I have always had this idea of journaling, being self-reflective, self-inquiry, self-helpy, personal development. I've always been someone who does that because I don't want to screw it up. I don't want to have that pain of regret. And I really think that was a pivotal place for me to get my core belief. And that core belief has helped me in many, many areas of my life to not have regret, right? My kids are about to leave home and I feel good about my parenting. I feel good about my relationship with them. I feel like I showed up. It feels good. It feels good with my relationship with my parents. We've done our healing. We've done our work with my siblings, with my ex, so cleaning up, taking inventory, moving stuck energy in real time so that you can move through your life knowing that you don't have to have this sort of baggage. We have baggage, but we don't have this unnecessary baggage. Okay. So that's what we're here to do, is to say, what is your core belief? What are the beliefs that you have going on right now that are driving your life, that are driving your decisions, your choices, the evidence that's coming in, the proof that you're watching and seeing? So that's what I'd like us to do today. Okay. Now, beliefs, negative beliefs, usually stem around three different topics. I'm helpless, I'm unlovable, I'm unworthy. Some variation of that. I'm helpless, I'm unlovable, I'm unworthy. Some of us have them all. How fun is that, right? Some of us have one or two that are more dominant, and maybe so. I want you to ponder in those three. Okay, helpless, unlovable, unworthy. If your issue or your problem in your life right now has to do with you not doing something you want to be doing, then this core belief will be about you. Okay. If it's about your partner and they're the reason that your marriage isn't where you want to be, then we're going to do this exercise, core belief, about them or your kids, them, work, them, like whatever it is. Okay. The core belief. Get your pen, get your paper. What do you believe truly about yourself in the way that you can helpless. Are you helpless or are you productive, qualified? Do you get it done? So just check in on that. Or if it's about your partner, are they just not helpful around the house? Is everything fall on your plate? Your kids, do they need you to be there all the time? So how do you feel about this helpless sort of thing around these issues? And then the second one, how does these areas, either you, your kids, your wife, your spouse, partner, whatever, how is it with the idea of being lovable? Right? Is your kid unlovable when they are addicted to drugs? Are your parents unlovable because the way they parented you, you're still holding on to that pain? Are you unlovable because you know what happens in here and how judgy you can be? So where in this core belief do you believe there's a quality of unlovableness? What do you believe? What is a belief? Let's take a pause for a second. What is a belief? If we looked it up, which I did, as you know I like to do, it is an acceptance that a statement is true or that something exists. A statement is true or something exists. So basically, it's a thought that we keep thinking again and again and again and again and again and again and again. That becomes our belief. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. It becomes our firm belief, and we don't even notice that there's other things to think about because it just keeps being this one thought, this one thought, this one thought. So what are your this one thoughts in these different areas? Third one is the worthiness. Are you unworthy in some area that you feel in your core beliefs? Are your kids unworthy of these gifts or this whatever, or your partner? So, and maybe it's something like this, maybe it's not. So I want you to do that idea of like, what do I really believe without being judgy about it, right? Just get the facts, ma'am. Get the facts. And then in that, after you do that, the next thing is to, how does my life, how do the circumstances of my life, the evidence, the proof that these beliefs are true? Okay. So let's say, for example, my husband is not worthy of intimacy with me because he does not help more with the kids and the house, and he leaves it all on me. He hasn't earned intimacy time with me. I believe that. I really believe that. And you'd write that down. Okay. I am unlovable. I am unlovable because I yelled at my children, and nobody else yells at their kids. I do. And I am a bad mom. I'm a bad mom. My kids are going to hate me. Right? I believe that. So I want you to write those down and then look for the evidence that proves that true. Okay. In tomorrow's video, we'll talk about the idea of what would it mean if this wasn't the only way to see it and I could shift. How am I a good mom? Right? How is my husband worthy of my love and connection? What's he doing right? Those are true too. But because these are our core beliefs, these are the thoughts we think the most often, this becomes the real, and this becomes the sort of fog. We want to be turning the reins of the horses, the senses, turning them and focusing on these things too. It's not positive psychology, it's free will. I get to think what I want to think. Okay. As always, may this work be of deep benefit to you. What do you believe true about yourself, your partners, your work, whatever? And then the 3 areas you're looking at. Where do I feel helpless, or where do they feel helpless to me? Lovable, unlovable, worthy, unworthy. Do I have that coming up in my belief system? Okay. Hope it's a benefit. See you next time. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe.